So welcome back guys to We Talk Boxing, and in this video I'm going to be talking about BOXXER and Ben Shalom and their new deal with the BBC. Now I know this is not new news, but just giving you guys my thoughts in regards to the whole situation going forward. But again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you already subscribed, thank you. Let's try and grow this channel as much as we can, and you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments below about the videos, maybe even ways to try and progress the channel, and just any thoughts on future videos as well. So, BOXXER, where do I start? Obviously, they were with Sky. They did some decent things with Sky, but it didn't really feel the same compared to when Matchroom were there. Now, every time they put shows on and stuff like that, I kept thinking, you know what, yeah, it's decent, but it didn't give me the same hunger or that same bug in my belly like when I used to watch Matchroom shows. And yes, I understand they're a different company and different branding organization. They want to do things their way, etc. But it just didn't fit, and that's probably why they're not with Sky Sports now. Obviously, probably other things that have gone on in the background as well. But in terms of going forward, they've obviously had and still got, or have lost, I don't know. I haven't really heard much in the news. Fighters signed to their label. Now, a lot of these fighters could potentially call it a day with Shilam and BOXXER because their deal was with BOXXER, but it was with Sky. Obviously, Sky's a massive brand in terms of boxing. Most people either have Sky in their home, or you know what I mean, they could download an app and watch it on their phones, etc. So who knows what's going to happen in terms of a lot of their stars. And I've got some big names signed to their label, such as your Adam Azim. You've got your Ben Whittingham as well, and Fraser Clark and people like that. But who knows where they're going to go. I think Joshua Boat's is already signed with Frank Warren, I believe. You guys can let me know in the comments. I'm sure he's signed with Frank Warren. But Shalom's come out and said that they've now have a deal with BBC, and a lot of their fights are going to be streamed before Match of the Day. Now, I kind of don't really know what to make of that, because Match of the Day usually starts, 10:30? Now, how are they going to have big headlining fights when Match of the Day starts at 10:30? And yes, they're going to say it's going to cross over onto BBC Two, but yeah, I believe they were talking about saying that it's going to cross over to BBC Two once Match of the Day starts or something like that for the main event. But it's just a bit of a hassle, because let's say, for example, you're on Channel 1 for the start of the card and you're getting really into it, etc. But then halfway through or towards the end, before the big event starts, you then have to switch another channel. It's just a bit messy in my eyes. But who knows how they're going to do it. Like, maybe they could probably do it through BBC, but through the iPlayer. Or maybe they could potentially have it on, I don't know, one of the other channels, BBC Four or whatever they have. I don't really know, but it sounds a little bit messy to me. Now, if Sri Lanka would have come out and said that they would have had it on ITV, I would have been like, yo, that is fantastic. And you guys are probably listening to me now thinking, what's he on about ITV? Why is that better than BBC? But in my eyes, it is, because back in the days, we had boxing on ITV and it worked really well. A lot of the big British fights happened on ITV, and it's obviously a free channel for most people, same as BBC, but it just looked and went, and it worked well. That's just my opinion, and it surprises me how no one else has actually done that. How, like, I don't know, because you got boxing on Channel 5, and I think that's with, what's the promoter for that one, the Channel 5 one? Is it, what are they called? Wasserman, is it? Wasserman, I believe, something like that. But they're with Channel 5, I think. And it's pointless. It just doesn't look good. It looks very, very amateury. But if he would have did a deal with ITV, they've obviously got a lot of funding as well, and I believe it could have probably worked a lot better. But again, we're not gonna know now until it's all set up and it's all done, and maybe they put on their first show. We don't know how it's gonna look and how it's gonna feel, but he has promised that there potentially will be a show towards the end of the year, which is good because he could hopefully get out some of his fighters, but at the same time, we could just see how it all looks. And obviously, it's going to be free, unless they somehow maybe create a BBC pay-per-view, which will be weird as hell. But yeah, just a crazy one. Thought I'd give you guys my thoughts on the whole situation and scenario. Obviously, I think Eubank's still signed with them. Don't quote me on that. Um, what's going to happen there? Like, because if he is still signed with BOXXER, yes, the fight's happening in Tottenham in November, but who's airing that? Is that going to be DAZN? Who knows? But yeah, these are just my thoughts. You guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about boxing on BBC? Do you think it could work well? Do you think in terms of potentially changing the channels halfway through is going to be a good thing? And what about, you know what I mean, big fights for BOXXER? Are they going to have any sort of pay-per-views? If they do, and let's say BBC try and do a pay-per-view, would you be happy or disappointed? But as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please subscribe and comment. Bless.